Hello, and welcome back to Princess Evangile, where Ayaka was kidnapped. Dun dun dun.
No, it was a elaborate prank, and Risco is freak out for Risco and Messiah freak out for nothing.
But yeah, last time we found out who the secret admirer was, which was obviously Ayaka. And then she had us do something that made a lot of people very upset. So now, and then she got kidnapped.
And now she's pulling another prank on us. This is not a kidnapping. This is an elaborate prank.
Shake my head. You're trying to fraud her, so we'll pick Ritzko.
No, that's not all I'm doing.
Yeah.
On.
Hold on. I have solved.
Smart woman.
I just looked it up on Google.
Smart woman.
Okay.
I parked the bike.
Is this the place?
Yeah.
That's impressive, Masaya-sama. One look at the map and you found your way here immediately.
No. Me when I talk to girl.
I'm girl.
I grabbed her by the hand and hid behind the streetlight. Yeah, I mean that's true, but I've also spent a lot of time beside you.
What is it?
I heard footsteps coming closer. I quickly spun around and pressed Risco's chance petite body against the wall. I forgot that she's super small. Quit messing around here, get a room! I wish.
Maybe.
Thankfully, that was only underly said before moving on.
We'll see.
Oh, sorry. I let her go and pulled her by the hand again, going in the opposite direction of the underling. I led her underneath the stairs and turned back to her and explained quickly. That guy just now was a kidnapper.
How did you know that?
It's one of the goons I told you about. He just came out of that apartment, so I'm sure of it. I heard him come down from the steps, which means you're on the second floor. I looked at the apartment. It was a rundown old place, but the room was cheap, so most of the rooms were occupied. When I lived there was only one empty room. Right. You wait here, Risco-chan.
What do you intend to do?
I'm gonna have a look inside.
A look inside?
Yeah. I used to live here, so I know a secret way in. Don't worry, I won't let them see me. If it really turns sour, I'll easily call the police. So just wait here, okay?
Very well.
Okay. I'm counting on you.
We just pass out.
The bicycling all the way here took a lot out of us. I don't blame you.
It's because Ritsuko was up against us. Just
I
couldn't handle it anymore.
I went around to the back of the building, climbed the rain gutter, and stepped in under the ceiling. I just like to imagine what we're doing this unconscious. With the other thing gone. Oh, so sorry.
I will punish you.
Well, episodes in, I still can't get us right.
With the underling gone, the boss pulled a cigarette from his breast pocket and took a long drag of it.
Come on, don't cry. Kids raise themselves even if they don't got parents. Kiyoshi, his parents both were not when he was just a kid. My dad was hard on me too. Drinking, gambling, right bastard.
She wasn't sure, but it seemed like the boss was trying to comfort her. He sat there, his back turned and talking about his own circumstances, but she wasn't listening. Cold tears trailed down to her face. All that she could think of was her family, and Masaya. I wonder why I'm thinking of Masaya-kun. She'd only just met him after all. It really was strange. But Ritsuko did seem to speak with him a lot. She might have told him about this, and he could come for her. Yeah, right. That was too much of a daydream for even her to believe. After what she'd pulled on him earlier that day, Masai was even less likely to believe her than Ritsuko. Even if he did believe her, there's no way he would go through the trouble to save her. If only I'd been able to give him this first. Ayaka's eyes turned to the logo on the paper bag. Of course, with all that had happened, the contents had probably been crushed.
That's how I ended up on tuna boat. The captain Leo was a real good guy. This guy's yapping.
Then it happened. The closet screen moved aside just a bit. Ayaka was so surprised she couldn't even speak. She said something about a ghost before. It can't be. She froze up, staring at the screen. Slowly, the tiny opening into the blackness grew wider. She really gulped. In the faint darkness of the interior, a person's face appeared. Huh? Nothing. Please continue. I'm listening.
I held a finger from my lips and quietly entered the room. While I kept one eye on the boss's back, I crept over to Ayaka-san. I undid her legs first, then her hands. It was hard and time-consuming, but the boss didn't notice a thing. The whole time, Ayaka-san's face was locked in surprise. We can get through an opening all over the closet.
Alright.
Ayaka-san reached over and picked up the paper bag that was next to her. It made a slight crackling noise, and my heart skipped a beat. But the boss was sitting pretty far away, and it didn't seem to hear. Now, hurry!
Right.
I returned to we pass out again. I rushed and turned the car to close the screen again. It's pitch black and all I could feel was all breathing.
How?
I could feel hot breath on my face. I couldn't tell if it was a dog, but it was definitely close. I'll explain later. Anyway, we're getting out of here. The board at the top is loose.
At the top, I can't see.
It's right above you when you stand. Just don't above your head. There was a familiar sound, and I felt her slowly stand up.
Ah, you're right. I can see a bit of light beyond the ceiling. We're saved.
You think it'll be okay? Can you make it?
I'm not sure. I have a pretty big butt. I hope it doesn't get stuck.
Huh? No, not that! I'm asking, can you pull yourself up? It's definitely wide enough.
Oh,
There's no time for joking around!
no, I was serious. Masai-kun, I'm not sure I can. Can you give me a boost?
Got it. I grabbed her hips tightly and lifted her up. The weight against my hands disappeared immediately as I began to support her own weight. Then I followed into the space above the ceiling, and we crawled through a break in the wall.
Huh? From here?
Yes. I looked down below, then turned back to me nervously.
I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not very athletic.
You'll be fine. Anyways, we don't have a choice.
That's right. Can you hold this for me?
Sure, but what is this thing?
You'll find out later.
Having readied herself for a task, I just stepped outside. Just hold on tight. The rain guard is pretty sturdy, so we shouldn't have to worry about it breaking.
Right.
He grabbed her rain guard with her whole body and slowly made her way down. I think... Okay, it's okay now. But the moment I let my guard down, her foot slipped and she fell to the ground. I quickly jumped down after her.
Ritsuko was watching nervously, constantly looking between the apartment and her watch. It had been 10 minutes since Masaya left her. She knew she should call the police, but she hadn't heard any commotion from the apartment yet. Ah! Just then, she saw a figure stumbling towards her. It was the man from before. Ritsuko quickly turned back to the apartment. That's when it happened. Masaya came from behind the building, with Ayaka leaning on his shoulder.
Yo!
The man ran toward them on sight. Ayaka seemed to have twisted her ankle. There was no way they could escape him. The culprit was drawing closer. The moment he was about to pass Ritsuko, she stuck out a leg. The momentum that he built up sent him flying. Did a belly flop right onto the pavement, and then curled up into a ball where he lay. Not bad. Ritsuko let out the breath she'd been holding. She could barely believe what she had done herself. She realized that, if not for the peculiar boy standing in front of her, she never would have come here to save her sister. And what would have happened to Ayaka then? Without speaking any of those thoughts, Ritsuko looked up at Masai in awe.
Come on, let's go.
Right.
That's pretty much that. So listen, don't. What? She's gone? How? I was dead back there. Damn, little brat. Next time I see him, he's already dead. I'll slap down that little girl of his too. Huh? That's right. You okay, boss? Boss! Oh, boss! That punk! He's got boss! Kyoshi! Eh? What's wrong, boss? You died? Let's get out of here right now. You hear me? Right now! Eh? Get out of here. Why? The ghost took away! Huh?
Now they passed out, you know. Makes sense.
I think we have the title of this episode.
Ah!
There's no...
I think that's the best. I think that's the best look you actually get at Masai's face.
I think it is too. I think that I don't think this. I think this is one of the only CGs we get a good look at Messiah. From my
Yes, most of the time it's like just his mouth.
Yeah, just his mouth and nose.
It just looks super normal. Which I guess that's kind of the point.
There was no way that 3 people weren't injured could fit on a bike, so we went back on foot.
Hey, Ritsuko, could you check inside of that bag for me? Sure. What's this? Well, it's a little bit crushed, but... I knew it. What is this thing? It's a cake! A cake? Masaya-kun, you like cake, right? This is a Valade de Cor green tea whip cake.
Sounds disgusting. Huh?
Don't say huh. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. But how'd you know? Lavare de Cor was a high-profile cake. It served good food and good sweets. It was also reasonably priced, so even at the depths of my poverty, I could eat there once a month.
I asked Chiho what she liked.
Huh? Why?
Because I wanted to show you how sorry I was.
Sorry?
Even I feel bad sometimes, you know? So I wanted to buy you a cake to make it up to you. And that is why you left the school grounds? Yeah. What a pain you are. Well, I also wanted to stretch my wings a little. It's been a while. But, it's all crushed. Too bad.
It's not edible or anything, right? If it's not, don't eat it.
You don't have to force yourself. I'll just buy you a new one.
No, I mean it.
Really? Then you'll eat it right now?
Yes.
Ritsuko, hand it over. Right, but do you have a fork? I have my hands. Your hands?
Ayaka-san rustled around in the bag, brought for the cake, and held it to my mouth.
Say ah.
Oh! When I agreed to eat it, everything would turn into this. But on the other hand, my hands were full. So really, it was the only natural course of action. I feel a little self-conscious though. Then, there were bare fingers. Strange way of putting it, but when I closed my mouth, the tip of a finger remained inside. This is a really strange feeling. I think I paid more attention to the taste of a finger than a green tea whipped cake, even though it was flavorless.
It tickles. You can lick it if you like. Just kidding. I think Masaya-kun's too shy anyway.
Yeah. I just feel a little disappointed, but I wasn't about to say that.
You aren't feeling disappointed, are you?
It saw right through me. The ruined shape didn't affect the flavor, but happily ate off it.
Ah, are you alright? She's not too heavy, is she? It's still quite a distance. Hey, I'm not that heavy. I just have a little padding here and there.
No kidding. I felt extremely conscious of the softness of my body since the moment I headed her onto my back.
Even so, it's a few dozen kilograms of weight. That's true, Masai... that's true. Masaya-kun, let me know if it gets rough. We can take a little break.
Oh, it's pretty rough for me. Oh no, okay, I must be feeling something over tonight. I'm sorry. I'll calm down.
No, continue. Come to the Ayaka side.
Sure. Is it like feeling better, Ayaka-san?
Yeah, once I get a compress on it, it should be fine. Sister.
After a while, Ritsu-chan spoke solemnly.
You should be grateful to Masai-sama if it hadn't been for him. Yeah, I know. Listen, Dad didn't believe a single thing I said, not even when I called him. I didn't believe you either, at first.
The words sound hard for to say.
Yeah, I know. It's all my fault. I know that much. But I was surprised. When the closet slid open, I never thought it would be you.
I used to live in an apartment. That's how I knew the secret passage.
I guess that makes sense. And I never thought you'd come to save me, after what I did to you today.
To be honest, I don't mind the mischievous side, Ayaka-san.
Eh?
So, I think, even if it's happy to lie, I wouldn't have minded it. So...
Masaya-sama, you shouldn't spoil her so much. She'll get ideas in her head. I can't deny that. You could at least try.
But, Ayaka-san, you were afraid, weren't you? When I got in there, your eyes were red.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I was pretty scared. I've never been kidnapped before.
They didn't do anything awful to you, did they?
Nothing like that.
That's good to hear. I hope I get arrested soon.
I hope you've learned your lesson, sister. I have. For about 3 days or so. For heaven's sake.
When's the Ritsuko focus? Because we've had that was Ayaka's. We had one for Shiho, which is Masai and her reconnecting. Obviously, we had resets in the beginning. But Ritsuko has just been like sprinkled around.
I don't remember.
At Ayaka-san's request, and maybe it's a dance. At Ayaka-san's request, we decided not to tell the headmistress what happened.
I'm sorry, but I'm tired of getting lectures from Mother.
Well, I don't mind keeping it a secret, but...
But you're a hero. If you told people about this, your approval would skyrocket.
That's fine. That's not why I did it, anyway.
I really am sorry. In exchange, well, next time maybe.
I really did regret it against the headmistress' reaction to find out the truth. But at the same time, maybe it was for the best. I have my own reasons for not wanting to tell the headmistress about this. Because... how would she react if she learned that her daughter had really been in danger? Would she really be worried? Or... try to friends just think about it?
Feels like it's been some time since we could organize a meeting this easily.
That's true.
What happened to you? You've been acting sluggish all day.
My muscles are a little sore. I slept most of yesterday, but...
Your muscles?
I did carry a gun on my back for 2 hours after all. Then that night, while I was laying in bed, I couldn't stop thinking about that feeling of my back with a taste of fingers. It made it hard to sleep.
Yesterday? Did something happen the day before?
No. I shook my head vaguely, remembering I promised to Ayaka-san. Just then, there was a knock on the door.
Come in. Salutations. Oh my, Ayaka-sama. It is unusual to see you here, Ayaka-sama. Hey Rise, you're the leader of the White Lily Society, right? Ah, yes. Then let me make a request. Can I join as an affiliate? I'd like to help you out. Ayaka-sama, you...
Rise-san looked quite surprised. She expressed doubt when I talked about recruiting her before, so it must have been unexpected.
Oh, sorry. To be honest, I'm not all that interested in the activities of the association. However...
She broke off, turned her eyes to me, and I all giggle.
I am very interested in Masaya-kun. Huh? Huh?
We all expressed shock at the same time.
I want to help you so he can stay at our school. You don't mind if that's my motivation, right? Yes, well, I don't mind it, but... Wow, really? That's great. Okay, everyone. I look forward to work with you. You too, Panku. As proof of our new friendship, I've brought cake and bread for everyone. Let's have tea out in the garden. Ayaka-sama? What is it? What exactly did you mean when you said you were interested in Masaya-san? Oh, it's exactly what you think. Are you joking with us again? For 2 more days, I'm in honesty mode, so you can trust that I'm serious. Well, let's go. The weather's great outside.
I guess I went out, while the others didn't follow immediately. Cake, huh? I like cake a lot more than I thought I did.
Yesterday, Ayaka-sama asked me out of nowhere what you like to eat. Is that because...
She bought me a cake as a part for all the fuss on Saturday. It's been a whole year, but Avad's cake is good as ever. Well, let's get going. I seemed strange that I was still sitting, so I tried to prod them. Just then...
What did he... Fuck off! Well, you didn't do anything!
Ow! 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 Ow!
When did you get so chummy with her? With Ayaka-sama.
Well, I wouldn't say that!
My, there's an awful lot you won't say, isn't there?
That's not what I meant! Ow! Ow! Ow!
What are you doing? Aren't you coming?
And so, the members of the White Lily Society got to be the only ones who heard of what happened on Saturday.
Okay, at least they told them. That's the end of the game. Woo! I feel like we gotta be getting kind of close, aren't we?
I think so,
To the
because
split.
yeah. I mean, I guess we don't have the... Do we have a vertical focus? I'm just like losing it again.
She might not get
Because
one.
that's right.
As far as I recall, I don't remember any Ritsuko specific kind of thing.
I don't remember that either. That's why I'm asking.
To be fair, I think what has already happened, I think that probably really pulled her to Messiah's side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she was. Yeah, that definitely did.
I still there's a couple more things that I remember happening before. There's 3 things I think I remember happening before the split happens. No, 4. No, there's still quite a bit left, actually, now that I think about it. Oh well. They publish the approval rating results every Monday, don't they? I know they do the survey on the weekend. What's it look like this week? After he saved me from the jaws of danger. Big spike, right? Did you forget? We kept that whole thing a secret. Oh, that's right. I guess I got really fixated on hoping for an increase in support. It's too bad. Should I announce it now?
No, I think it would be safe if we sat on it. I don't really want to make a fuss.
Fair enough. I do think that's for the best. I received a harsh reprimand from the headmistress myself. What? You did?
That's right. I'm sorry. It upset me out while I was arguing with the headmistress.
It's fine. What's this now? What happened? I had an experience similar to yours. Wow, that must have been awful. Anyway, the headmistress called me in and told me not to tell anyone, so as to not sow unease. I see. Were you saved by Masai-kun too? No, this was before we became acquainted. I managed to escape them myself. Wow, you're amazing!
I seem genuinely impressed.
We're back. And even after that, you kept up your search for a special transfer student? Yes. I guess that's why they call you Salel de Cool. You're more concerned about the school's welfare than its own board of directors.
We just sound look conflicted.
But are you sure it's okay for me to join just because I think Masai-kun is cute? Well, I don't see why it wouldn't be. I wish I could show everyone just how heroic he was. He wrapped those burly rounds around me, then that passionate visor.
Please don't lie.
But it's true that you were heroic.
I don't know about that. Like, basically just snuck in and snuck back out.
But the way you infiltrated their den of villainy.
It was just a rally on a pond, man. To hear Ayaka-san tell it, that place was a goon's central office or something. If you were hanging out there, though, it's probably because you were broke again.
But even Ritsuko was impressed, you know?
Was she?
Yeah, she really was.
Wow. I was genuinely surprised to hear that.
Though she said, that doesn't mean I'm gonna come around to supporting him. She will eventually. We'll get her there.
He's just Cinderella.
I do think part of it is just her being stubborn. Ritsuko does have her position to think about. She's the leader of the Red Rose Society, yeah. Though, personally, I think it's out of character for her.
When she was spoke that way? I feel like it was really
it's just an error.
I feel like I was really seeing Ayaka-san's sisterly side.
You know, I think I'm gonna have so much fun talking about this game.
Oh, absolutely. I am for sure too.
I think what I'll probably do to split up sections is talk about the different chapters.
I think that'd be a good idea. That's what we're going to suggest too. Like, talk about each chapter individually and then talk about the split when the time comes.
Probably, like, intersperse it with, like, character stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Ah, that's right. How's the approval rating? The time before last, we received a 14-vote boost after he saved Konami, but after that, it was only a marginal gain. A marginal gain. I guess we still have a long way to go, huh, Masai-kun?
Looks like it.
Though personally, I think you're adorable. I wonder what they think you're missing. Wildness, perhaps? Wildness? Oh, but he looks so good naked. How do you know that? You know, because before, he got naked in the Red Rose Society room. That's right. Actually, maybe we need to push that point more aggressively.
I'd rather just focus on normal ways.
I get it. Keeping it as an ace in the hole, right?
That wasn't what I was saying at all.
It's true, we could use a way to boost his approval rating. After all, he's not a bad person or anything. Why do you sound as if you're making excuses? I wasn't trying to. Well, we are dealing with a filet de la Vincennes after all. True, they're very stubborn.
I was starting to get a sense of that myself. For better or worse, usually for better, the mains of this nest were an odd breed. Well, odd breed.
Odd breed?
Odd breed.
Konami is a good, albeit extreme example, but you can expect they all feel that way to some degree.
Yeah.
Did you know? The White Lotus Society is a real breeding ground for progressives.
This refers to the fact that even interacting with me, i.e., a boy, was considered strange.
Well, we have our ace in the hole. We should brace ourselves to use it. Right! Sure. Of course.
Huh? We're not good at that ace in the hole.
Nakey.
Nikes. I restrained a yawn. Listening soon was supposed to be caught yawning. So it'd been best to restrain them, or cover them with a hand when I had no other choice. I feel like that would help me if it fit in a business a little bit more. I felt like I was being watched. Was this my imagination? There were a lot of students heading to school, but none of them was especially paying attention to me.
What did it say this chapter was called?
Something about a skull.
Oh yeah, the scar. Meaning of the scar.
I don't remember this chapter at all. Uh-huh. There it was again. But maybe it really was my imagination. No one looking my way at all. I escaped the dining hall as I chowed down on my beef tongue and grated yam rice bowl. Part of me thought I was imagining it, and part of me thought I wasn't. Who is you? Later, when I was heading for Maria Hall after class, I once again got a feeling that I was being watched. Ayaka-san, were you watching me today?
What's this all about?
Nothing. I told him how I felt I was being watched all day long.
Oh, is that all? I thought you were hinting Wow. I thought you were hinting to me that you wanted to be watched.
No, definitely not.
Sorry, but it wasn't me. Now that we talk all the time like this, I don't have any reason to watch you from afar.
I thought it might have been one of the pranks, but it looked like it wasn't that either.
You weren't just imagining it?
It's possible.
It would be expected after your first arrival here, but for someone to have their eye on you now... I know. That person surely feels amour towards you, Masaya-san. Who is it?
Amour? Is that a river?
It means love.
Huh? Love?
So, who is it?
Oh, shoot, I don't know! It must be imagination anyway.
That's true, I guess.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's not it either way.
Oh, I don't know about that. Seems very plausible to me.
Oh, please.
I wonder who it could be. Who could it be? Come in. Salutations. Ah, Konami. I have come today to make a request of the White Lily Society. What is it? I have been monitoring that one all day today, and... That one? Who do you mean? You know, the tentative serpent over there. Ah? What?
Konami-chan clearly wasn't expecting to see him acting so shocked.
You were watching him? Ah, what if I was? Do you like Masaya? What are you talking about? Of course not! I guess you wouldn't. You scared me there. But if not for Amour, then why ever were you watching him? You know why! I intend to expose that one's true colors at last! That one. Why do you keep referring to him that way? Because I believe that the title Tentative Serpent is wasted on him. Words like it and that one are good enough.
You could just call him by name.
My, Masaya-kun, did you do something untoward to Konami?
No, of course not.
Whoops.
As I couldn't think of anything that I'd done to make Konami hate me even more.
It's true that I saw no particular lapse of decorum while I was wandering today, but that's just because he hides his true face so well.
What's this all about?
Do you still intend to play dumb?
No, I don't think so.
You were naked before, weren't you?
Huh?
I saw it, and after I saw it, it tormented me in my dreams for days after. Ah, you must have loved that. Why would you say that? Well, you did sound a little happy just now. I absolutely did not. That would never make me happy. When I woke up, my body was burning hot. I was covered in sweat. My mind was blank. Who would be happy about that? That sounds like happiness to me. Anyway, it was that moment that I knew that man is absolutely dangerous. Wait a minute, Konami, you heard the explanation afterwards, didn't you? Masaya-san didn't do that on purpose. I disagree. Huh? I beg your pardon, Rise-sama, but it is hardly normal for a person to strip naked in front of others just because the letter told them to. Well, she has a point.
Hey!
I'm kidding. Konami, you've got the wrong idea completely. Huh? He wasn't doing that in front of people. Masaya-kun thought that he was there for a private rendezvous. When you showed up, I was as shocked as anyone else. I see. I didn't know you were so determined to get pregnant, Ayaka-sama. Get pregnant? Why would you wait in a room naked unless you were intending to get someone pregnant? Did you even hear what I said? This is what I've come here to say. You need to get away from that man before you end up pregnant. Konami, you're always talking about people getting pregnant. What are you talking about exactly? Well, it's true, you know. Is it? Pregnancy begins from eye contact, you know. Really, I'm worried about you all becoming unwed mothers. It would be horrible.
We put our heads together and spoke in high voices.
Hey, I think Konami's really serious about this. What's going on here? I didn't think it was possible, but Konami doesn't seem like the type to joke about this kind of thing. She did seem to be convinced that Masaya-san was a playboy from the beginning.
She seemed to pick up on a lot of missing ideas of how things work.
Hey, what are you all doing? Get away from him! Konami.
We broke up the huddle and Risa-san spoke.
Looking at a person doesn't not cause pregnancy. Ever.
Her reaction was one suspicion.
Come now, I'll prove it!
Ayaka-san moved around behind Konami-chan. She pressed lightly on her back and moved her a couple of steps forward.
Try to make eye contact with Masaya-kun.
I wanted to clear up the misunderstanding now if I could, said Middle Eyes firmly. This could cause trouble for Konami-chan in the future, after all. It felt like a straight steering contest. Eventually, Konami-chan turned red and began trembling, as if he were holding back laughter.
Oh!
She wiggled away like a wild animal boarded from a room.
She is adorable. She's way cuter than I remember her being. That was...
Small.
She's so small. That was quite a shock. I definitely feel like either her or Tamie will be the first option for happiness.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine with anyone in the would happen as with me after the main four. Yeah, I don't mind. For me, I'd probably go with Konami or Tamiya too.
Well, it's mostly that the alternatives are just kind of... I mean, Ruko is great. I like her a lot, but I don't like her as much as those two.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, we also haven't seen Tamiya like 2 chapters where she fall off a cliff and break her neck.
She's busy dealing with other gossip.
Ugh.
But yeah, it's like and I just... It's the others are Marika and Mitsuki, right?
Yes.
I hate Marika, so I want to do her last.
You know, that's fair.
And then Mitsuki, she's fine, but like again, I like the others. I might be more curious about Mitsuki than Ruko, just because I want to see Mitsuki get redeemed.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
But yeah, no, Tamiya and Konami are my top picks.
Well,
yeah, this is really serious. He planted a seed in me! That man planted a seed in me! Planted his seed. Even her way of speaking is old-fashioned. Heaven's sake. It is weird. Vincennes has health classes. Konami doesn't seem like the type to not pay attention in class. Or is she?
It shows what to me, but just then, there's a clamor of footsteps outside the door. I thought it might be Konami-chan coming back, but it wasn't.
Okie dokie, Messiah. What's all this about planting your seed? Come to my office at once.
What?
I really am sorry.
That night, Rachel-chan stopped by my room to apologize for what happened earlier that day. I had to go through a lot of interrogation before I finally got the misunderstanding. You really don't need to apologize, Rachel-chan. Of course, I'd rather have Konami-chan apologizing, but she wasn't around. And for some reason, Ayaka-san was here.
That's not what I would have expected for her casual outfit.
What were you expecting?
I don't know, that just looks like something Chiha would wear.
Yeah, I can see that. You also got Jesus. Ayaka's chest is way bigger than I remember.
I think she is the biggest of the main girls.
I also think so. Yes.
Konami entered the Red Rose Society because I was there. I feel a certain sense of employer responsibility. You've always been a stickler about these things. I wish you'd just leave people be. You're certainly not one to talk in that regard. But Masaya-kun is a really generous guy. I'm sure he's not bothered by it. You aren't helping, sister.
What are you doing here, Ayaka-san?
I just happened to run into Ritsuko, and I'm a little worried about Konami myself. Why is she acting this way? It's just strange no matter how you slice it. Ah, regarding the matter you asked me about. Yeah? She tells me she never pays attention in health education classes. Ah, there we go. But why? She seemed like a pretty serious student to me. No, it isn't that. She says it embarrasses her. Embarrasses her? Oh, the contents of the class? Yes. That's pretty incredible, too.
Is the sex education in business really actually that extreme?
No way. Well, I don't know how they do it in other schools, but I guess it's, like, normal? What kind of things did you learn, Masai-kun?
Let's see. We work at unrandom-sized diagrams of the body. We learn about how sex works. That's pretty much it.
From what I remember, they show you diagrams of the human body, they tell you what sex is, and then they warn you about STIs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Which, I mean, for a basic education, I think that's pretty standard. There's a lot you could add on to it, but I think that's pretty much the basics of what you need to know. That sounds about like ours. So Konami's embarrassed by the simplest stuff, huh? Yes. But here's a question. Where did she get all that bad information then? From shoujo manga. Manga, huh? I'm sure the writers don't think anyone else would take that kind of thing seriously. Yes.
But it's gonna make trouble for her once she gets out into the world. Of course, she have a few years until then, but...
Allow me to say in advance, I'm truly sorry, Masaya-sama.
It's okay.
So I'm guessing the Konami stuff is coming up next.
I can imagine so, yes.
I'm not looking forward to that scene because I remember it, I remember being so nervous the entire time.
Nervous?
Like, for, what was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll see. But what about Konami herself? She's not much of a filet de la Vincennes if she can't apologize to a person. That is certainly more convincing coming from your lips, sister. Thank you. Regarding Konami, she is currently writhing in bed. Wow, she's sick? No, she claims that she is preparing for labor pains. She really is serious.
I wasn't sure what kind of preparation it could be.
I really should try to stop her.
Rachel-chan moment, excuse me. And I took a leave.
If you want to
Deep
solve the
thought.
problem, just tell her what sex is. Just get it over with.
I think
Like,
she's
if
gonna scream and run away.
Well, I think if Ritsuko is the one who tells her, she would actually listen.
Right. I can see that.
Or just like, just say it so fast that she doesn't have time to run away. I do think you're right, Masai-kun. Konami's gonna have trouble on her wedding night if she keeps on like this.
Yeah.
So, Masai-kun, if something like that does happen, you hold part of the responsibility.
Huh? Why me?
Because thanks to your coming here, Konami's misguided ideas have exploded.
I think the same thing would happen with any guy.
No.
Huh? Why not?
Your sheer handsomeness is what has Konami so confused.
Oh, please.
No, I'm serious. If she didn't like you so much, she wouldn't be forced into such a fierce state of denial.
I think you got that backwards.
You don't get it, do you? The reason that Konami is getting so desperate is because she can't get you out of her head. If you were a man she didn't like, she wouldn't need to be so defensive, and she could approach it more calmly. Are you aware of her title?
I think it was Doll and Doll, right?
Yeah, Mignon Poipe. Because that's usually the way people see her.
That makes sense. But still...
Anyway, you will help me, won't you, Masai-kun?
Help you with what?
Training Konami.
Training?
Well, call it educating if you like. There we go.
Those are two completely different things!
Well, see you tomorrow.
What are we doing tomorrow?
You know, studying. Health education. We have a nice live body here, after all. It'd be a shame not to put it to use.
What are you gonna make me do?
You'll find out tomorrow. Actually, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm off now. Salutations! Salutations. Ah, what is it, Ayaka-sama? Rise, Masai-kun and I need to skip the meeting today. Huh? I'm borrowing Masai-kun for something.
As she spoke, I could twine her eyes around mine. Whoa!
My Ayaka-sama's as progressive as ever, I see.
The softness against my arm caused me to freeze up.
Well, let's be off.
She half dragged me down the hallway. Ayaka-san?
Yes?
People really looking.
What's wrong with that? Let them look if they want.
No, I just thought this might be really bad. The bounce softness against my arms was making it hard for me to walk.
Really?
I heard a few voices in the classroom too. They were saying you were progressive and stuff.
I don't mind that. I'm used to people saying those things about me after all.
Ayaka-san.
Don't be like that.
She poked my cheek and moved her body away. She released my arm. It was a little chilly wild to her there.
Well, we'll leave it at that for now. I don't want them calling you attention to a serpent and sabotaging your approval rating or anything. And I also don't want to see you look sad. So anyway, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Here,
I can pull the health because it takes me out of the bag.
I rummaged around and found this last night. It has stuff the final course textbook doesn't cover.
What did her teacher with that?
We.
I haven't believed. Given Ayaka-san's usual tendencies, I was worried it would be something outlandish.
But if we just use the textbook, it's no different from an ordinary class. Since Konomi doesn't learn anything from those, we can't just leave it at that. So, this time, I thought that you could play the teacher.
The teacher? I don't think I could.
It isn't that hard, just stand at the podium and read the textbook. I thought just having a male teacher would change a lot about how Konomi reacts to it.
You really think so? It seemed like that would make it less likely to listen.
Look, you can point to a diagram and say, your teacher has one of those too.
I'm not doing that!
Aw, but I had such high hopes.
But please don't!
Konomi hates losing and loves competition, so if you can turn this into a competition, she might be more willing to take in the information.
Get a point. It's only made it easier to imagine what I could do. Got it. Ayaka-san, you thought this through more than I expected.
What do you mean, more than you expected?
Sorry.
Well, a textbook is still a textbook in the end. You've got to take them seriously, right?
Huh? That seemed like a strange figure of speech.
If she learned something from Masaya-sensei's lessons, then we're in the clear, but if she still doesn't understand, I have a next step in mind.
What is it?
That's a secret. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh,
here, okay. Here, I'll call Konomi. So just wait in your classroom.
Right.
What is the meaning of this, Ayaka-sama? Come on, you shouldn't get so angry just by looking at him. I am not angry. But what is the meaning of this? Please explain that to me first. Okay, it means that we want to teach you a few things, Konomi. Teach me? Go on, Masaya-sensei. Take the podium.
Right.
Now, Konomi, sit at the desk. Go on, quickly now. Huh?
On Ayaka-san's prodding, Konomi-chan hesitated and took a seat.
What exactly are you going to do? I told you, we're going to teach you. Masai-kun, myself, and all of your friends are worried about you. More specifically about your future. Worried? About my future? Do you plan to get married in the future? I haven't actually thought about it, but... Right, but you'll marry if you get to find a good match, right? Or have you already decided to spend your whole life as a spinster? I haven't done that either, but... Then you definitely need some education. Sexual education. Sexual education?
Just a word alone made Konomi-chan blush. It was seriously weird to meet a girl that innocent in this day and age.
Well, otherwise what are you going to do on your wedding night? Wedding night? You just gaze at each other and the baby making will be done. Is that what you think? Ritsuko told me that you read that in a shoujo manga. If I may be blunt, that stuff is just a joke. Oh no.
Konomi-chan looked genuinely crestfallen.
Konomi, why don't you listen properly in health education class? Well, because you're embarrassed.
Konomi-chan gave a firm nod.
I thought so. Alright, Masaya-sensei. Huh? If Masaya-kun is teaching you, you'll have to pay attention, right? I won't!
She stood up with a cradle.
Why do I have to be taught by that one? Are you going to run away? Huh?
In a moment, Konomi-chan's face went from deeply flushed to stark quiet. Immediately effective, huh?
What do you mean by running away, Ayaka-sama? Well, Masaya-kun stayed up all night last night getting the lesson ready for you.
Of course, that was a lie.
So you're going to put all that to waste just because you don't like it. What would you call that if not running away from your enemy?
The logic was pretty strained, but Konomi-chan didn't seem to notice. Her shoulders trembled, she pursed her lips, and her eyes filled with tears.
A warrior would never run from an enemy. Yes, that's true. You're right. And please, take your seat. I'll be here with you too. So let's listen in on Masaya-sensei's class. Very well.
Konomi-chan sank listlessly into the chair. Ayaka-chan sat down next to her. Okay, should we start?
I think this is a wonderful, wonderful place to leave it.
Okay.
So, yay! We're making progress.
Yes, we are.
I've also now remember why I like Ayaka. She is as good as I remember.
Oh boy. Well, the choices of this split is gonna be very difficult. I can already tell.
We'll probably literally have to flip a coin
Uh.
or like find someone else to do it for to select for us.
So I mean, I mean, again, I'd be fine with all four of these. I mean, for me, Ayaka is of the four. Ayaka for me right now is definitely the least favorable for me. But I mean, that's also because we've spent more time with the other three. So,
Boo.
so yes.
You should be. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.